My first guest, he's a newcomer to the show, and we're working with kind of scratchy material, but I'll do my best. This is Joseph Dolezal. Now, he's a host on Czech Internet Radio, and we're going to find out what that is very shortly. He's also the co-owner of the Pyramid Center. First of all, Joseph, are you there?
Yes, I am here. I am surprised a little bit when I am directly on your radio show, but that's okay.
Don't be surprised. It's perfectly natural.
Everything is possible, right? I working for radio, Czech Internet Radio, which name is Svobodný vysílač, like free airwave or something like that, if you translated it from Czech to English. So that's the name. Free radio, free vysílač. Okay.
We're going to talk about that in 1 second. I'm just going to finish off the intro. You're also a co-owner of the Pyramid Center. Before we go back to the radio show, what is the Pyramid Center?
Well, Pyramid Center is a kind of non-profit organization which is for enlightenment of the people, spiritually minded. You know, so it is close to San Bernardino Mountains, close to Lake Arrowhead and Big Bear. If you know this area, I don't know, but people can look at it on the picture. It is thepyramidcenter.org, and you're gonna see the pictures, you're gonna see the explanation and everything else about this site.
Well, who are you inviting to the Pyramid Center?
That's a little bit different matter. It is for young people. My son, basically, the same name, Joe Dolezal, he is the owner of it, and all the program and everything else is on the side, how I said before.
You're not going to give a hint. Why would someone want to go to the Pyramid Center near Great Bear Lake or Arrowhead Lake? What's waiting for them?
Well, how I said, everything is over there. It is about the teaching about the pyramids, about the spiritual power, about the conspiracy and stuff like that. So, how I said, you can find everything on the side. That's gonna be the best with my small introduction of the site, but when I said the best is go over there. I don't really wanna. I wanna talk to you about the problems in Europe. Even when you give me the plug for the Pyramid Center, I am glad for that. But I prefer when we start talking about the subject what we got planned to talk about.
That's a lot of subjects here. Look, first of all, Czech Internet Radio is on the air. You are on the air. Is this new?
Put it that way, when we understand each other. The radio, which I got like stream, is tomorrow, not today. I just taping our conversation and put it there tomorrow or afterwards. So it is not direct stream.
Well, again, you want to get people, I assume Czech people, I'm guessing now, but you want to get them to the show to hear you. What's waiting for them? What's going to be on the show tomorrow? Let's make it easy. Start with that.
Well, put it that way. Gonna be what I gonna talk about, and in meantime we talking about the politics in Czech Republic, what everything happening over here, We're talking about the European Union. We're talking about the terrorism in Europe. We're talking about New World Order, and sometimes about conspiracy theories as well.
In what language?
Czech. Because the problem is we talking English now, so I pre-recording that and I gonna translate that everything, hopefully till tomorrow. So that's why I pre-recording that, you know.
All right, what the
Because
heck?
otherwise you need to speak Czech, and
I do. Would you like me to do this in Czech?
yeah, try that.
Good luck, Barry. All right, let's go. Let's. I
Let's
could
go
do it in Hebrew.
Yeah.
Fluent Hebrew. I mean, if we could find a middle ground, we could do it that
Yeah,
way.
we got a lot of Hebrew in Czech Republic. You probably know there is the oldest Jewish cemetery in Prague. Do you know that?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think you have a lot of Jews left there.
Oh
Right.
well, yeah, you'll be surprised. There are a lot of Jews, and when I said that they got the oldest Jewish cemetery in the Europe down there, so that's interesting. There is big population of the Jew there.
There were probably close to 1 million before 1940. All right, you'd be lucky to have 10,000 today, but neither here nor there. Let's
Well,
just, well,
Czech Republic got just 10 million people, so uh, you see, so even 10,000 Jewish population is good enough part.
no, no, it really isn't. But neither here nor there. All right, okay, you're going to be on the air. We're going to let you tell people how to listen to it a little later, but let's go to your subjects first. I can see you want to delve into them. All right, what's your take on terrorism in the last, let's say, month in the EU? Primarily, by the way, France, but Germany got hit pretty good. A train in Germany got taken out in Munich.
Yeah,
Down.
they've been hit, and I got just news today in Spain, Barcelona. They got some small stuff there, like 3 people was injured by some guy with knife. So I don't know if it is already news in Europe, but that's what I heard last time.
Germany, they went to buy cheap food at McDonald's and got shot. All right, that's what happened in Germany. There
Yeah.
were over 10 dead, if I'm not mistaken. But what's your take on, and these, of course, was close to 50. I mean, these were major terrorist acts in Germany and in France in the last couple of weeks. What's your take on it? Why is it happening?
Well, that's what I want to ask you, tell you true, because you should to tell me um, your European, what do you think about that? Ask me, I don't know exactly what I should to think about that. We got, of course, I read all the news about that. This terrorist attack in Nice with the truck, but I don't know about that. There is a lot of conspiracy theories that truck was not from blood. The shots which was fired in the windshield was on the left side, not on driver's side. So I don't know, tell you true, what I should to think about that.
I'm not even sure what you mean. Um, in, in fact, I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? The sides in France, and what is the problem with that?
I don't know. You tell me. What do you think about that?
I
I just read it and I just comment on it. That's what I said. Of course, I know what happened, how many people die, but there is a lot of talking about that. Some people even mark that as false flag attack. So I don't know what I should to think
No,
about.
it's false. A lot of people said it was the worst Bastille Day they've ever been to.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it was false.
Yeah, I tell you true, I don't know, but there is some question which needs to be asked, and of course the people die down there, but you see a lot of people on internet, different sites, said what I just did tell you, why the truck doesn't have blood on them. Uh, Also, they said, what is the problem when the truck travel 1.9 mile in 19 seconds, 19 minutes? That's take them 19 minutes, and it is a lot of question which we can ask. But what do you think about that? Well,
I haven't got one opinion on that, frankly.
no,
And if I were out for fireworks, I'd be plenty ticked off if I
yeah,
got run over by a truck.
that's bad. That's bad. I know, and so that's. You think that can happen in Czech Republic too? Do you got experience with Czech Republic, or did you been in Europe?
If you want to be realistic, it seems to me the Czech Republic has been terror-free. I'm
For
not even
now,
sure.
for now, yeah.
Well, for now will do. Well, are you expecting something in the near future?
I don't know. That's what I like to ask you. What do you think about that?
Oh, no. We're turning the shoes around. You're the guest. I'm the objective listeners. You're supposed to know. I don't know anything about the Czech Republic. Um, let's just say that my ancestors came from nearby in a place called Lvov. I assume you know it.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
All right.
So,
That was 2 generations ago, and that's as close as I get.
oh, okay. So, did you ever been in Czech Republic, or
Oh, missed that opportunity.
that's bad? You need to go in near future. It is beautiful, beautiful country.
I know, but frankly, age is catching up with me. When I was young, I would travel, be no problem, but time is catching up, I'm afraid.
Well, what are you talking about? What kind of age you talking about? I am
Uh,
old man. What about you?
nah. Pardon me?
I am old man. You are not old man. At least what I see you on the pictures, you look very good.
Thank you. That's all I can say. But again, to get on a... Well, I would like to go to Horohol. Ever heard of Horohol?
Horojo? No. Where
That's in
that's
Belarus Republic.
which republic?
Belarusia.
Oh, Belarusa. Yeah, I know, but I don't know this town or what it
Well,
is.
they were wiped out. They were all shot dead.
In
But
Second
that's...
World War.
Yeah, well, they weren't exactly soldiers. But neither here nor there. I have some curiosity. When I was younger, I looked into my past, and 80% were living of my family were living in Horohol, which
Or
is nearby Lvov.
which is close to Poland or where?
Lvov, I think, is in
Lvov, Ukraine.
Lvov, Ukraine. There we go.
Yeah.
Those were the days when we were alive there. Those days have passed. Now,
Yeah.
what you're saying is you're going to comment you gave me very few notes, but you were going to comment on terrorism in the EU, and
No, that's what I expect from you. That's why I contact you, because I want to know what you think about that. I hear you on radio and stuff like that, and you always comment. So that's what I want to hear from you, because you got experience, you are traveled. So I like to know what you mean about the whole uh, politics scene, what we are witnesses of. The duel between Clinton and Trump and stuff like that.
who?
Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and Donald Trump. What do you think about
I've never heard of them, but okay.
that? You never heard of? Yeah, neither to me.
Should I?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it is everywhere on the news, but
Oh, I'm ignoring it. It's what I think. What I think is that it's not a democracy. You don't have a free choice, and it's rigged. And my take has been stay away from the elections and don't get excited about them.
yeah,
Doesn't matter.
yeah, you're right. We don't have a choice. Put it our way. We got choice. First or second. That's about it.
I
Trump,
missed it.
Trump or Hillary. You got choice.
For what?
I don't know. For decision, probably.
Oh, no, I'm not paying attention. I've got a few people left who could care less, but not many.
Uh-huh.
My particular, I guess I've been trumping them up not to pay attention. All right.
Yeah. It is always better, yeah.
Look, it's to me, to follow this, I mean, you could analyze this like it's a rational thing to analyze. I don't view it that way. Now, what we're talking about is you're supposed to be the expert on, and I'm supposed to be the host, and we're not getting answers, and we're going to try one more time. You added as, well, here's your topic. You wrote New World Order. Question 2. Well, what do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is, what do you think about New World Order, if exists or?
How come you're asking me? I'm ignorant. I do these shows. I try to bring the smartest out of people. You've got a radio show that reaches Czech speakers, and I assume you're giving them a perspective. I assume your listeners relate to you. I'm guessing.
Well, I guessing too. I don't know, tell you true, because I am in United States and it is Czech audience, which is in Czech Republic. Of course, I got some emails to indicate how that's go, but otherwise I don't know if that's 2 listeners or 2,000 listeners. So it is hard to say.
Okay. Oh, you're not making it easy for me. So you have no opinions. You wrote this down. NWO question mark, question 2.
Yeah, exactly. What do you ask me what kind of questions I gonna have on you? So that was question number 2. What do you think about NWO? That's mean New World Order. If that exists, how that's play, what do you think about it, and stuff like that. So that's what I want to ask you.
Well, again, it's not for me. It's for you to have opinions. I got plenty of opinions on lots of things, but it's not the right place for them. I gave that up when I took this radio show on. I'm trying to get your expertise. All right? We're going to play a little tennis. The ball's in your court now. What do you mean by New World Order, and what you said you were going to answer things about the New World Order? Well, let's hear. What are you talking about?
Well, you don't know what we're talking about. I email you twice or three times to ask you these questions. What do you think about that? Of course, I know about that, but I want to
Yeah.
hear you. What do you think about that? If that exists or doesn't exist, or you got radio show too, so uh, you probably know about
Folks,
this
I'm
topic.
going to give myself a plug right now. All my books, in 3 languages, 9 different books, they're all at lulu.com. That's www.lulu.com. You'll see a search box right in my last name, Chamish, Chamish. You'll get to my books and you'll find out what I think. Okay, now I understand David Samarin is keeping up our website. Well, it's www.barrychamish.com. And as I said before, my second last book, The Stinger Not the Stung, tells you all about the sting. All right.
Okay,
Now,
that's fair enough. Yeah, that's be good. So, well, what do you think about European Union? It is a good establishment or bad for European nations?
I don't know anything about it. And again, I'm going to repeat what I always say. This is not, you know what, in 1 second, I'm going to take over our final half hour. I had hoped we would be talking from your point of view, but it's not happening. So I'm going to take the final half hour, and I did have a busy week. And listen, folks, coming up, and by the way, the second hour, Ken Timmerman really likes to talk, and he's got the material to bring down Hillary Clinton in a day, and he's got the books, and it'll be easier on my life. All right.
Okay, Barry. Thank you. Talk to you
Thank
later.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye, all. Folks, stick around for me. You're going to get me for the next half hour. And what can I say? My expert wasn't so expert. All right. I will be. Look, I'm planning on writing a very difficult subject, but it's also very hard. And I'm not sure I'm being rewarded. I'm getting poorer by the day. I'm not sure of anything anymore. But the fact remains is the material is getting out every which way now. My little material is it's it's in the open now. It really is. And it will, all of it, come out. It's just a matter of time. And to try and hold it back, Jews, you got to wake up. We have a reality, and we have to face it. And if we face it, we might even be able to defend Israel. Folks, I'm going to be back in 3 minutes. You're going to hear me talk where, I will express a few views of my own, and I'm hoping you'll like me. And then in hour 2, I won't express any views when Ken Timberman comes on. And that's that. Stick around for 3 minutes. You get little old Barry Chamish all by himself. And I'm going to do my best for you. I'll see you in 3.
Since the beginning of time, kings have sought it, nations have fought for it. It has been traded, it has been borrowed, it has been purchased, it has been stolen. There's a reason for it. To secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and to our posterity, invest with the security of gold and silver. Call Discount Gold and Silver Trading at 1-800-375-4188 or visit discountgoldandsilvertrading.net. Listen to Financial Survival with your host Melody Cedarstrom right here on FirstAmendmentRadio.com at 4 p.m. Eastern or 1 p.m. Pacific Time. Visit discountgoldandsilvertrading.net. or call Discount Gold and Silver Trading at 1-800-375-4188. Toll free 1-800-375-4188.
The book of Revelation says, the spirit of prophecy is the testimony of Jesus Christ. This is at the very heart of FirstAmendmentRadio.com. In that spirit, we have created the Prophecy Reality News app for all of your mobile devices, streaming First Amendment Radio 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Available for your Apple, Android device, and smartphone, absolutely free. Get the Prophecy Reality News app installed today, so you can listen to First Amendment Radio wherever you are. The Prophecy Reality News app. Get it now. Visit crosstheborder.org, CROSS, crosstheborder.org, to get your print, EPUB, or PDF version of the book, The Rapture Will Be Canceled. That's crosstheborder.org.
I know you all want answers, and believe me, so do I, and I'll do my best to get them.
Despite Nicolas Cage's promise to do his best to get left behind rapture answers for us, don't hold your breath. Not everyone believes Left Behind is true prophecy. Some may even regard as conspiratorial the mainstream re-release of the Left Behind movie, with actor Nicolas Cage portraying the main character, as an attempt to further reinforce in the minds of all this perception of false prophecy, in order to condition the masses for the play about to begin. If you want true Bible prophecy answers, get the book, The Rapture Will Be Canceled. The author exposes the Latin rapture origin, the 7-year tribulation deception, true Bible revelation of Daniel's 70 weeks, the abomination of desolation, the restrainer, America in the Revelation, the image of the beast and the mark of the beast, and the truth about God's chosen people, and so much more about Bible prophecy. This book will shatter the left behind paradigm of future events. Get the book, The Rapture Will Be Canceled. Visit crosstheborder.org, CROSS, crosstheborder.org, to get your print, EPUB, or PDF version of the book, The Rapture Will Be Canceled. That's crosstheborder.org.
It was in a radio interview with John Wells. I spelled out what the reality of Israel was and what the myths were. And, well, it got 1,000 hits, I guess, in a month or so. And then it was taken off. By the way, the webmaster was on our show. I'm not gonna plug him because I'm furious. You double-clicked the Wells interview and said at the request of essentially it implied of Wells. It was taken off. So I contacted Wells. I said, why do you force the interview off the air? And they denied having anything to do with it. What I did is I had an interview about almost as good anyways with Bill Deagle. I put that on instead. There's more to come if I'm being strangled. But the fact is I am being strangled. And it's been going on for a long time. There's a certain point of view that I have that is going to come out. It can't be stopped. I wish I'd never stumbled on Rabin. I wish I never found out that he wasn't murdered the way they said he was murdered, and that the then president of Israel, Shimon Peres, was behind the assassination. And it's all proven. It's all corroborated. It's great research. And I should have been dead that day in the hospital. I'm in America because I just escaped. What happened, now I don't get into car accidents. In my whole driving life, 45 years, plus. I've never been in a serious accident. That day, I was selling books in Jerusalem, and I was going to sell books outside of Modi'in, and I followed the road. It took me into a very dark place. There was supposed to be some sort of youthful gathering. There was a soldier there. He told me, no gathering. Take the road this way out. I did, and then next thing I knew, I was in the hospital and should have been dead. I really, really should have been dead. And to this day, I have one shoulder out of whack, and I have a body out of whack, but I survived. I got out by the skin of my teeth. My life was in terrible danger. What a stay at the hospital. All right. I mean, they set things up. I was the special case. Doctors would come by me, but they would come by me and run. And they set up a TV show on my research. They set up a studio in the hospital, rolled out my bed. I'm on morphine, okay? I don't know what's going on. They roll me outside the makeshift studio, and while people deride me as they go in and come out, it was quite a stay. But one doctor, he came up to me quickly. He brought me glasses. I couldn't read. I can't live if I can't read, right? So he went and got me glasses. And he came up to my bed. And remember, I'm under total morphine. He comes up to my bed with reading glasses and whispered to me, "We all know it was no accident," then ran off in apparent fear. Not yesterday when I wrote this, let's say last month, after a decade, he chose to write me on Facebook. Here's the letter. "I am the medical student from Tel HaShomer Hospital where you were hospitalized after your accident in the surgical department. I was the one who brought you the reading glasses from the store in the hospital. 2 wheels exploded in your car. We all knew this was no accident. Yuri," I won't give his last name, "finally, after 10 years, remember, I don't know where I am. I couldn't tell you what hit me, who hit me, how, nothing. He came up to me. He said the wheels were blown out of your car." All right. Meanwhile, in the hospital, they're telling my relatives I was drunk driving, which, of course, is ridiculous. I was selling books in Jerusalem. There was no time to get drunk. All right? That's not what happened. What happened was the secret that I was holding was apparently enough to have me killed. Now, I don't want to be paranoid, but I wouldn't have been the first in my group whose life was ended early. Well, those of you who know me know that my partner in a newsletter called Inside Israel, Joel Bainerman, yeah, he was given cancer. We've discussed this on the show. This is Victor Marchetti. Insisted he put on a tie. This was in Washington. He puts on the tie. His neck swells up. He calls home and says, "Something's wrong. I can't breathe. Something's wrong with my neck." He flies back. He had cancer all through his neck. He died at age 53 of cancer. And meanwhile, Victor Marchetti's assistant, an attractive Lebanese-American woman, went to Israel all the way to meet me. And frankly, when I get married, I don't cheat. It's not my way. So she couldn't lure me into her room. She couldn't do it. I was about to have a child. I wasn't in the mood to cheat. Otherwise, I would have had something happen to me earlier. What happened to me in the hospital, I knew was not normal. I knew it. All right. But when this doctor told me that we all knew it was no accident, your car was... The back tires were blown up. Look, what these people want to get rid of... They want to hurt me. My first wife, who gave birth to my 2 children, her car exploded in the middle of the street. Exploded. Whose car explodes? Hers did. It's not paranoia. I've lost people close to me, and the message I've got apparently is irritating. Apparently, no one else could have put all the pieces together. I don't understand why. Between me and Joel, we did. We put the pieces together of the so-called Oslo Peace Accord, how it was done, who it was done. We found out from one of the negotiators of the Oslo Peace Accord for Yossi Beilin, Ron Pundak. He insisted we have meet him in Tel Aviv. He'll tell the whole story. He's bragging like crazy. The whole thing was rigged. It was not a word of what they told us was the actual truth. Joel and I found out. Unfortunately, we were all being led, and the Jews accepted being led. Those who didn't, by the way, Rabbi Kahana, Mayor Anderson Benjamin, who I had met like 2-3 weeks before he was assassinated. What a hit that was. Brilliant assassination. The whole front of his car had about 60 bullets in it, but his children weren't hit. Professional stuff. Mayor was knocked out in New York. If you opened your mouth and if you were saying something that the establishment, again, the public didn't realize they had this establishment. They kill you. It was that serious. Now, politically, I did not associate with the Kahanas. We had nothing in common, except when it comes to truth, it doesn't matter where you are, left, right, religious. If you're objective and you want the best for your people, you don't want your people to be strung along, you come to the same conclusions. And if you did, you died. It was that scary. It was scary enough for me to get on a plane when I almost died, and I should have died, except for one doctor. And who knows, maybe he kept me alive. But he wrote me finally, after 10 years. I've waited for this testimony. Now, do I write, again, the John Wells interview is down, and that pretty well explains it. The Israel that was founded on the blood of the Sephardim. And this, it took a while, but I was invited in to this circle because of my success with my book, Who Murdered Yitzhak Rabin. They called me up. I went to a Sharon prison and met Rabbi Uzi Meshulam, whose house was machine gunned to smithereens. And he and 36 of his followers, one, of course, an infiltrator, that goes without saying, they were arrested, they were jailed. Their crime, they wanted to know what happened to 4,500 Yemenite babies in the 50s who were stolen. And he had an answer that, now I wasn't prepared for it. I really wasn't. But he had the pictures. He had them in pictures of Yemenite babies in cages being shipped to the States. It's such a gruesome, gruesome story. But it turns out that the head of the Israeli Atomic Energy Commission, his name was Shimon Peres. He later became prime minister and president, and the Israeli people, of course, oblivious. They don't care who's their president. They don't care who's their prime minister. They say nothing. They get taken out of Gush Katif, they get literally on their asses. They still paid their mortgages, but their homes were forced evacuated by the army. It's their 11th anniversary. I believe it's within the last few days was the 11th anniversary. Where are these people? They had very productive lives, and they protected inside Israel, not the Gaza Strip, from missiles. They got thrown out, in came the missiles, and their lives were ruined. With very, very few exceptions, their lives were ruined, as was mine. Now, I'm not saying coming to America was a mistake, but I didn't want to come. In a way, who knows? I got this very, very unusual marriage with Cindy. It's been going on. It's over 9 years now. Who knows? Maybe that's the way it should have been and was supposed to be and all that kind of stuff. But the fact is, I didn't do it voluntarily. I did it because I was scared stiff of a certain accident. Now, back to the Sephardim. David Balrosen was his name. He directed a film called 100,000 Radiations, it was called in English. Go look it up on Google. Google 100,000 Radiations and watch this movie. It's on in English as well. It tells the truth that the head of the Israeli Atomic Energy Board traded nuclear secrets for a massive experiment for every single Sephardic child. 115,000 were taken from classrooms, told they had ringworm. Their heads were shaven, marker pens put all over their skull, and they were blasted with thousands of times the legal limit to gamma rays, X-rays, right through their heads, just to see the effects. Remember, this 1948. I don't even think you had a hydrogen bomb exploded yet. They weren't sure what would happen to actual people. Paris offered them a race of people just to find out. Every single Sephardic child got blasted. 6,000 died within a year. The movie is out there for you to see. 100,000 Radiations, it's called. The actual figure is 115,000. These people were contacting me because I succeeded somehow or another. My book went to the top of the bestseller list. And how they figured, between us, maybe this guy's Ashkenazi and he's betraying their cause or something like that. Our film didn't go to the top of the bestseller list in Israel. And as for Uzi Meshulam, he was snuffed out, also by a Moroccan police minister, Moshe Shachal, but we won't go into all the details. There were plenty of Uncle Toms in there, all right, but the fact remains, they contacted me, and suddenly I got involved with their cause. Uzi Meshulam, this from prison, where he's blasting religious music so those listening to us wouldn't hear us, and he asked me to be the head of his movement. I said yes. What the heck? He invited me, an honored rabbi, and he's got a cause, and I saw the pictures, and he told me all kinds of stories about the Yemenite children taken from their parents, right from the hospitals. And no matter what these rulers of Israel, remember, not the right wing, and not the religious. This is the labor Zionists, the founders of Israel. They were madmen. And if you take it back to the Holocaust, and you take it back to the Jewish Agency, well, they hosted Eichmann. He had a grand old time in Israel. Jewish Agency sent their rep to Hungary, to Budapest, ran around in an SS uniform, went to Auschwitz. Oh gosh, oh man, I hate this story. Yep, he went to the concentration camps. Eichmann said, I don't want to kill any more Jews, take them. All I want in return is 700 trucks to move my loot. And by the way, the Nazis moved lots and lots of loot through Catholic monasteries. This is called Operation Paperclip. You don't have to go through it right now. Over time, I learned a horrible, horrible truth. I couldn't deal with this truth. I really couldn't. I really, really couldn't. But the fact is, Ben Hecht, another one who died, he was walking on a sidewalk in Manhattan when a car ran him over right on the sidewalk. He wrote perfidy. Try and find that nowadays. They'll tell you all about the Jewish Agency and their agent and the fact that they had an opportunity to save 700,000 Jews from Auschwitz, and they chose to save 3,500 friends and family. As for the religious and right-wing political opponents, to hell with them. They were going to start a new Israel, and those people weren't wanted. It's too rough for Jews to understand this. Their own people didn't like opponents, and they did terrible things. They allowed them to be mass slaughtered when they had a chance to save them. And if you put this all together, what happened is, well, Chaim Weizmann, the first president of Israel, announces in 1935 an upcoming Shoah. He used the word Holocaust. It's coming up, and possibly only 2 million Jews will survive, but they'll be strong and good for Israel. That's an actual quote. They knew what they were doing. They had an agreement with the Nazis called the Transfer Agreement. Adolf Eichmann was in Palestine to oversee the operation. When you start looking at our history and the fact that a Holocaust could have been prevented if we had wanted it, and if people don't understand this, they're not going to understand how we got to where we are. Now, I got a note, an email note, and I'm going to read it to you. People I haven't seen in ages, and it's always great to hear from them. I got a note from, Lowell Gallon. Let's call him Lowell. I had Lowell will do just fine. He sent me an announcement that appeared in the Jerusalem Post. It's, a very close friend of mine. Markerem, I'm plugging you right now. Here it is. I'm reading it. Root and Branch Association lecture. Wednesday, August 3rd. Tomorrow! If you're listening and you have a chance, here's what's coming up tomorrow at 8 p.m. Where we are now on the kidnapping of Yemenite, Iraqi, North African, and Balkan Jewish babies from 1949 to the 60s by Dr. Yitzhak Kerem. Hi, Yitzhak. OU Israel Center, 22 Karen Hayesod Street, Jerusalem. That's tomorrow. I'm going to go all the way. Just in case anyone's listening and you're in Israel, phone 02-566-7787. That's 02-566-7787. Go to it. It's coming out, folks. You can't stop this from coming out. They've been ruining my life. They've been impoverishing me and almost killing me. They killed my partner, killed a lot more people. We can't let them get away with this anymore. We really can't. Folks, all my books that describe the different reality of Israel are available at lulu.com. That's www.lulu.com. There's a search box right in my last name, Chamish. Chamish. And what do you know? David Cameron appears to be upkeeping my website, www.barrychamish.com. The reality, and by the way, it's all over the internet now. People are saying the stuff that's coming out about the Yemenite children, the government's finally admitting it, and member of Knesset Tachya Medvi is admitting it, that they were stolen, and the truth is being hidden. All of it's coming out. All of it. Because it can't be withheld. You can't snuff out truth. Jews are not that stupid. We were that stupid during the 40s. I'm hoping, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they can't be that stupid. Frankly. Oh, excuse me. But there you go, folks. It has been resolved. And here's the headline. Cabinet resolves to get to the bottom of Yemenite children affair. And what do you know? It just so happens that those who have been supporting me all this time, you have to understand, you're on the right side. We're on the front lines of war, and the forces of roughness and death are out to shut me down. It began when I wrote an article, Baby Sephardic Guinea Pigs, and then the harassment began in earnest. But folks, these horrendous crimes can't be escaped, and only one survivor of the deceit is, there's just one, Shimon Peres. Don't let him die without being indicted. Indict him already. Oh, folks, look, if we don't fess up to all this, it'll be us and not the Arabs that'll bury Israel. And nothing will stop it. That's it. You got me on a half an hour where, what do you know? I don't have to be my own guest. What a relief. I was my own guest. I'll see you in 7 minutes. And we've got Ken Timmerman in 7 minutes, folks.
The program you are listening to is 100% sponsored by you, the listener, on this First Amendment Rights Media channel. You will notice that there are few commercials on this radio network. There's a good reason for that. Corporate advertising dollars come with strings that limit program content. So without your help, these programs cannot continue on internet or our several affiliates. If you benefit by the educational law programs, we ask you to give. If you are admonished or nurtured by the Bible and ministry programs, we ask you to give. If some voice a cause that you are passionate about, we ask you to give. If you believe in any of these, we ask you to support them as you would a missionary on a continual basis, as if giving a tithe for missionary radio. These programs are not commercially viable and must be supported by those faithful to the cause of truth. Look for the button to sponsor your favorite programs at our listen and schedule pages on the internet. Then, when you subscribe, we will send you the last quarterly MP3 CD of that program immediately, and continue to do so with each new quarter. We will also give you unlimited archive access to all of our programs. We're asking you to give much less than a tithe, so that you may also send support directly to a particular program host, cause, and anywhere else the Spirit may lead you. Do all to the glory of our God and Creator, for His holy nation, the only kingdom that will last forever. Thank you for listening.